you see. And those were the two key issues in the 1950s. Okay, turn our attention then to the next stage in the development, having to do with knowledge and belief. And here let's simply remind ourselves that knowledge consists of propositions, which affirm something about the relationship between ideas. A proposition has a subject and a predicate. Involves at least those two terms, two ideas. And so there are two kinds of propositions, says Hume. Two kinds that have become known ever since as analytic and synthetic. Analytic propositions have to do simply with the logical relation of ideas. Logical relations of ideas. And so if such propositions are true, they're called logical truths. Logical truths. The synthetic have to do with matters of fact. And so these are called factual truths, if they're true. Now, logical relations of ideas have to do simply with the ideas, not about what they represent. So if we say, for instance, that a bachelor is an unmarried male we're talking about the word bachelor and its meaning. Unmarried male, we're talking about the language. And the meaning of these terms is such that they are logically equivalent. So you're simply analyzing the logical relationship between the two terms. Same is true with any definition. And the most obvious example is in mathematics. 3 + 5 = 8 is talking about the logical relationship between the terms 3, 5, and 8. Here we're talking simply about the language that is being used, or if you like, about the ideas. We're not purporting to talk anything about impressions. We're not purporting to talk anything about external things. Whether or not there are any remaining bachelors in this room, the fact is that all bachelors would be unmarried males. On the other hand, of course, if you say, well, bachelors are miserable, that would be a factual statement. Now, Hume spends very, very little time on relations of ideas. That is most evident in mathematics. And he wants to say nothing further about that than that's where abstruse philosophy, abstruse reasoning has its value. And it's good mental exercise and foot drill for the rest of us who are not in mathematics. But his concern is with matter-of-fact statements, where the contrary of such a statement is logically possible. It's not logically possible to have a bachelor who's married. It is logically possible to have a bachelor who is not miserable. So the contrary of a matter-of-fact statement is logically possible. They are falsifiable. So then, the big question, and the question where the empirical criterion of meaning comes into play most, has to do with knowledge of matters of fact. And it's that which he is going to question. Now, his line of argument for this is what develops in that crucial section 4 of the inquiry. That crucial section 4. And I see that this clock is slow. Time's run out. So don't hold your breath, but we'll get to that crucial section next time.